to our event, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend here. The weather a little bit cooler than it has been today, and less gusty as well. But just let me thank you all for coming, and I'd like to just open the news conference and feel free to ask questions. Remember, when Gillian arrives, I'm sure she'll join in. Thank you very much.
We've got today. Sorry, we've got the top three from the Dressage. So we've got Megan Jones, who's leading, followed by Stuart Tinney, and then third place Shane Rose. And we also have the president of the ground jury, Anne Metabinda, who is willing to take questions on today's proceedings.
Please ask away.
Well, I'll start with a very obvious one for you, Megan. How was it to be riding this back here?
Oh, very exciting. We came out and we did really little time again and perked up. We now there's still made a few errors, but we only had five months to get prepped really after a year off, basically. So we did just feel like we could wait for it today.
And how many events did you have in the run-up?
We did a 2-star in August and a 3-star 3 weeks ago. Yeah, and that's all I had. Wow. So, it's the other guys. You remember that, do it.
And Stuart, I have to ask, was it more nerve-wracking getting yourself organised for your dressage test, or Jamie, your daughter?
Jamie's pretty cool, really. He just runs late and hangs out, so it's not that stressful. Well, I suppose it's a bit stressful trying to get her organised, but no, it's okay. With Jamie and dressage, it's much more stressful than cross country. That's for sure. Yeah.
Well, I suppose we should ask you all just to give a little comment on what you thought of your test today, although we had the meeting, and then tell us what you think about the course tomorrow.
Oh, I think the course looks good. It looks tougher, but better. That has been. The distances we all think are really good, and yeah, it just looks like a fair but tough course. And she's pleased with my test, but I'm just hoping for the next bit of good time I can get into 35 again. So that's what I'm hoping for getting back there.
I think you're thrilled to see him back.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're not thrilled to see him back.
It's good, okay, while we're chasing the 35. Yeah, I was really pleased with my mare. She was lovely and relaxed and didn't feel affected by the atmosphere at all. I was very pleased with her test, and once again, yeah, just looking for a bit more competition and a little bit more up in the frame so she can show off a little more. But I was very pleased with her. And exactly the same as Megan said with the course, we all think it's a really fair course. It's good 4-star standard, the distances seem well, so I'll try to give them the best ride I can and see if that works for us.
I was fairly happy with my horse today. I did a little less in the warm-up because the first horse got so tired, and he was a little fresh. I thought I just lost a bit of connection when I got into the arena, and he just got a little short. I thought his top work was reasonably good. I think his canter work wasn't forward enough. I was being a little protective, trying to make sure I didn't make any mistakes rather than showing off. But he's quite young and inexperienced, and he's doing really well. I know there's probably another 10 marks, maybe more, out there that I can get if I can just get his neck a little longer and lower. But yeah, look, he's a lovely horse. He's hopefully going to be good tomorrow. Hopefully I'll do a good job. And I'll put a bit of pressure on these guys in front of me. But yeah, look, he's a super young horse, and hopefully things will go well this weekend. He can improve in the next 9 months.
And presumably you've all got eyes on London?
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's...
Floating around.
How's the ground out there? Is it
firm? The guys here have done an extremely good job in preparing the ground as best they can. There's one loop that's been difficult for them to prepare as well as they would have liked, and hopefully we get a bit of rain overnight and they'll fix it. But overall, I think that presented the course beautifully. Most of the ground is good, some of it's great, most of the ground is good. There's just one loop that hopefully the gods have a good test tonight.
I'd just like to ask Anne her impressions of the class today.
I was very positively impressed by what we saw. It was an interesting field. We saw some not so experienced and very young riders, and we saw some very experienced riders with horses that they knew, and the analysis that all three explained, if I remember right, fits the impression that I have from your results. So it was a strong field and an exciting day because there were so many different horses and riders there. That makes the day even more exciting for us as judges.
Gillian has now joined us, Gillian Rolton, event director. So if anybody has any questions of Gillian as well, we'll get you to share.
Sorry, I just had to get some music turned down so that you could all hear.
Jill, could you explain what it means to Adelaide in their event to be part of the HSBC series?
It's really important for Adelaide to be part of the HSBC circuit because it gives us that edge, it gives us that feeling of being a part of a worldwide circuit. gives us a feeling of being a part of a worldwide circuit. It also gives these guys the opportunity to ride very good prize money, biggest prize money that we've ever had in Australia before. That's great incentive for them, but it's also a little bit of incentive, hopefully, to get some of the guys from the Northern Hemisphere down in time to come. It's great to be part of the HSBC circuit because it gives the event that Pro Tour status. It's that next level. It's the highest level we can possibly get in the sport, and it's fantastic for us to be part of the HSBC, the FEI HSBC circuit and family events.
And can you explain the bursary award that HSBC offer?
HSBC offer a bursary award for the highest placed first-time four-star rider. And we've got a huge field of first-time four-star riders at this event. I think there was something like 15 entries, and I think we're down to 12 now riders that are going for that bursary award. So that's a great field, and I believe it's the highest field of first-time riders in the whole series. Not really good. Not really good.
So, Jill, up to this point, it's all going according to plan?
It's, you know, a new venue now, returning to the old venue if you like, but an updated venue. There's always the old glitch because it is new and new field, new positioning. We can always learn to do things better, but I think that we've had a great crowd today, we've had great sport today. We've got a wonderful surface for the guys to ride on, which is fantastic. That heritage field that's been done up by Adelaide City Council is fantastic. And we've got a plan for the future to really build a yearly track that we can really work on to make sure that they've got the best possible footing every year. The loop that the guys are talking about, we intend next year when we have the use of all of the fields down this side that are being prepared as this field in front of us is, we can lose that loop. That is a little bit difficult to prepare. So, you know, there's plans to make things better every year. Every year we try to step up the mark. Every year there's more that we can learn, but I think that we have presented as good as we possibly can. But still there's things we can improve on.
Is there any further questions? Right, I think the riders...
The other thing I'd just like to say is that, you know, we're being very well supported by a number of sponsors. Having Deloitte on board this year is great. Being part of the HSBC circuit is fantastic. Qantas, the Equestrian Australia, Australian Sports Commission, all of those sponsors are extremely important. Without those sponsors, we couldn't possibly present the event. We've got a bunch of new sponsors this year that are coming on board that we hope are going to enjoy the experience and to expand into the future as well. including North Point Toyota and a couple of others. So it's all very exciting for the event, and we very much thank the sponsors, because without it, and without the riders obviously, and the volunteers and everything else, we couldn't do the event. So it's a real team effort.
Thank you very much. Okay.